Hey Tribe, it's Steph with your bar breakdown, and today we're talking about parallel. So parallel is a very traditional position that we see in ballet and bar classes. Traditionally, it's taught feet hips width apart, releve, and then keeping that flat back and tucked pelvis, you're moving straight up and down like your back is against a wall. Now, if that position feels comfortable for you and you don't have any pain in your joints, that's just fine. That's great. But most people are gonna feel maybe something in their knees, maybe in their back, maybe it's in their ankles, because it's just not a very natural position for our bodies. So I'm gonna give you some things to think about when you're doing parallel that hopefully will help you find the right position for your body. Because we have to remember, everyone's gonna have different length of legs, different length of their femur bone, different height that they can lift their heels. So let's try and make it feel comfortable for everyone. So you can still have your feet hips width apart, like it says, parallel. So about where you would be for a regular squat position. Now my kind of key thing here is to find your regular squat. You can use the bar if you want. Come down, and then at the bottom of your squat, releve and lift your heels. So if you're going to releve, which you can always stay in a regular squat position, but if you're going to lift the heels, lift from the bottom of your squat, what feels comfortable for you, and find that as your range of motion. Now notice I have a little bit of hinge forward. I still have a neutral pelvis, so I'm not dumping my back and I'm not tucking forward. Those are very extreme, but I still have a neutral pelvis. When I'm moving through this, I'm just adding that little hinge forward so that I feel this more in my quads and my glutes than into my knee joint. So for me, being straight up and down puts all that pressure into my knees. When I add just that little bit of hinge forward, now I can feel it in my muscles. So playing around with that, maybe you just need to be a little bit hinge forward, maybe you need to be a lot more hinge forward. So everyone's hinge in their squat is gonna look different, but most of us do not squat straight up and down. So don't feel like you can't add a little hinge forward and see what the difference it makes while you're doing your parallel position. So like I said, this isn't traditional parallel position, but we're going for functional movement, sustainability long-term so that you can continue to do these positions, still get lots of work and lots of challenge through those muscles and those variations of parallel without forcing more pressure onto the joints. So try it out and notice how it feels in your parallel, and I guarantee you will get a lot more bang for your buck, evening out front and back body as you do these tweaks to your parallel position.